Let's talk about the rules of intermittent fasting. I've done a lot of different videos on this topic, but I just wanted to condense everything in just one video. So let's take it from the top. A lot of times people want to know, what can I eat with the fast? What can I drink with the fast? Let's talk first about drinking. Water is fine. There's a thing called a dry fast. That's a whole different topic, but I do recommend drinking water. Tea is totally fine. Certain type of teas can help you fast longer and decrease hunger because the herbs in tea help support your blood sugars and your liver. Coffee is fine. I just wouldn't want to overdo it, but coffee will not knock you out of ketosis because tea, coffee, and water have basically 0 calories. So it's just the amount of calories that could bump you out of fasting. Next question is, can I take certain supplements when I'm fasting? I recommend it, especially vitamins, electrolytes, minerals, B vitamins in the form of nutritional yeast, trace minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA. And so if you're doing cod liver oil, for example, or fish oils, the calories are going to be so small, it's going to not really interfere with your fasting. Ideally, if you get a green drink without the fiber, let's say a wheatgrass juice powder, you're getting something that is super concentrated, usually about 6 to 11 times less volume of material because it takes a lot of greens to make just a little bit of juice from that. And so usually one serving, when you add water, comes out to less than 1 gram. And so you get the boost of nutrition without messing up your fasting. What you do want to avoid is the protein powders, especially whey protein powder, and there's many other ones. I would just avoid all protein powders. Also avoid branch chain amino acids because it will turn into sugar pretty quickly. Now, as far as bone broth, there's mixed reviews. Some people do find that their ketosis actually stops for way too long, and other people, it doesn't seem to affect their ability to generate ketones. So this is mixed reviews. You might want to try it out and see if you actually can do it or not. Get a little testing unit to check yourself. Now, as far as MCT oil, which sometimes you're going to put in your coffee to make it a bulletproof coffee. You can put butter in it. You can just put coconut oil or just put MCT oil. What's going to happen is you're not going to lower your ketones because those fats will turn into ketones. But the only thing that's going to happen if you do too much of this is you're going to shift from burning your own fat to burning this fat and turning it into ketones. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially in the beginning as you're making the transition into ketosis. But at some point, if you find that your weight loss is stalled, then realize it could be this extra fat that you're consuming. But I actually do recommend it for a lot of people because it allows them to fast longer, which is actually very, very important because you want to get your body adapting. And MCT oil can give your brain straight ketones. So there's some other benefits to taking MCT oil. So it's kind of depends on your situation. Okay, number 3, don't eat unless you're hungry. So when you start this fast, and let's say you're going to go 18 hours and your main goal is to lose weight, and you find that you just completely have no appetite, go a little longer. Now, you don't have to do a really long fast right off the beginning, but you're on a roll. Your body is eating. It's eating its own fat. It's not starving. Might as well ride the wave and go a little bit longer. You're going to see better results. But you want to prevent the point of going too far where your body is weak and you feel dizzy. So you want to be able to differentiate some slight hunger pains. You're a little hungry, but you have a lot of energy and you have no cognitive problems. Might as well just push through that, especially if it's in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning where you have this spike of cortisol, where your body might be releasing more sugar, but most people just push through that and then the hunger goes away. But you've gone too far if you're very weak and you're fatigued and you're dizzy and you have irritability. All right, number 4, the longer the fast, the more you have to refeed slowly. So if you're fasting for 48 hours or longer, make sure you consume just a small amount of food, maybe a little egg, a little lettuce, maybe a little bit of peanut butter, but not too much food too fast. Because what happens is that sometimes if you do a long fast, especially if you're getting like 72 hours or even longer, and you have this huge meal, your system is not ready for it, and you can really feel kind of bloated, nauseous, and so I don't recommend it. So just do a little bit of food, wait a little bit, have a little bit more food. Kind of gradually go into it. Number 5, a good indication to know of the severity of insulin resistance is how long can you go without feeling like you need to eat food. If you can fast easily over a period of time, that means that you don't have much insulin resistance left. There's not a problem. Now, there's other good indicators too, like if you were to check your blood sugars, and let's say you're fasting and your blood sugars go up, that means that you're not quite out of the woods. You have insulin resistance because your body is actually making more sugar. It's called gluconeogenesis because of certain mixed messages with insulin connecting to the liver. And so if you can't fast for a very long time, all that means is you have insulin resistance and you have to just keep working at it. You have to give it more time. Add more fat to the meal too, which will make you more satisfied and allow you to go longer. Number 6, I recommend you always do keto with intermittent fasting. I mean, think about it. You're getting all these great benefits with fasting. Why wouldn't you also want to get the benefits from keto, which is also going to keep your insulin low when you eat? If you're fasting and then you go to a high-carb diet, you're going to raise insulin, raise your blood sugars, and kind of minimize the effects of intermittent fasting. All right, number 7, I recommend you do periodic prolonged fasting. Why? Because longer fasts give you additional benefits. There are 3 really important benefits that most people get with just regular fasting. Not that long, maybe 16 hours. They'll lose weight. They'll have cognitive benefits, memory, focus, and concentration. And they have mood benefits. They go from anxiety or depression up to a higher level of emotion. They just feel better. A calm sense of well-being, which is huge. But when you do periodic prolonged fasting, you really support your brain. You grow new brain cells. When you run your body on ketones, there's much less free radical damage. There's much less waste products being generated as compared to running your body on glucose, where you have a lot more free radical damage. And so ketones are more efficient fuel. It's less stress on your body. It creates less waste and more oxygen and less CO2. So it's good brain food. Also, you're going to support your immune system. You're going to be able to fight infections better. You're going to actually increase your resistance of your cell from toxins. You'll decrease your risk from cancer because one of the purposes of your immune system is to kill cancer cells. This is a good benefit, right? And then you have the anti-aging benefits because your body is recycling old damaged tissue and definitely proteins. So you're cleaning up these cells that are dysfunctional and you're renewing them. So for repair and regeneration and anti-aging, doing a prolonged fast here and there is definitely worth it. All right, thanks for watching. Before you go, if you have a question about a product or you're new to keto and you want to know how to begin keto, or you're on keto and you need a debug because it's not going as smooth, I have a keto consultant standing by to help you. This is just for the people in the US. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to answer everyone's call, but I put the number down below so you can call and get some help.